For the latest top tips, reviews and advice, please subscribe below. Hello and welcome to Attwoolls Camping and Leisure with me, Mike. Today I'm giving you guys a review on a brand new driveway awning from Vango. This here is the Vango Cove Air. So the Cove Air is very much kind of like the Vango Galley Compact. The difference of being is actually in terms of the specification, but style-wise it's based on the same model, merely down to the massive success of the compact version. It's a side-fitting vehicle, so again it faces kind of the same way you're facing, which is a bit different because obviously you're not facing your neighbours on the pitch on the other side, so that's quite a nice idea. What it's really kind of done is they've took that design and made it to a price point that probably is a bit more affordable, very similar to the camper travel pod Trip Air. Now Vango do their own version, which, you know, same kind of style, same thing, but probably in terms of spec, probably a little bit more features built into it. So they use a bog standard nice sort of 70D fabric. Again, it's just kind of something that's quite lightweight, but still, you know, a good sort of lifespan with it. PVC windows yet again in there to it can give you plenty of light when you want to, with curtains on the inside to obviously get the privacy as well. And low level ventilation to really help give yourself a circulation of air inside to make it a bit more sort of fresher and help sort of fight condensation on the inside of the tent as well. Each beam is done individually, and it's got inflation points located on the outside with a Vango airspeed valve. And each beam again also is kind of the same length as well, so if you wanted to carry a spare for any reason, you could more than happily carry a spare tube and then insert it to any of those if you will. The kind of galley-ish sort of looks of it give you a little bit of an area at the front which you could happily sit down, read a magazine, alternatively give yourself a bit of room for storage with shoes before you go into the main part of the awning itself. You've got webbing storm straps at the front and the back to give yourself, obviously, keep the roof nice and taut. Oh, get that from there. But you've also then got, when you come into the main part here, a divisional door, which obviously helps to seal it all up. On the front door you have here, what you've also got is a mesh part here, so you can leave the mesh in place, give yourself good circulation into the awning itself, but then on the other side, you know, just keep the bugs and sort of critters at bay, if you will. Unlike the galley, you haven't got a sewn-in ground sheet, so you've got a clip-in, clip-out ground sheet with a slight sort of over baffle, just to overlap it and make it kind of feel like a sewn-in ground sheet. This really, like I said, is kind of a different model to the galley in terms of the spec. So you're talking bog standard fabric versus the galley, which is running the Sentinel Pro Dura now. So it's colour lock as well. So it's 420 double Rit stock. It's a different kettle of fish altogether. This is more, like I said, made towards a price point. Something that's very good value for money, don't get me wrong, but you're stripped back on all the frills and the features and you just got on the bare sort of basics in there. You've also got the ability, if you wish, to kind of put an inner bedroom in there, which is going to take up half the room, and I wouldn't say look at this and mainly look for sleeping, because it's obviously all your interior room is completely gone, but it's a nice option to have, maybe to put up for an evening, sleep some guests in there, then take it down again and use the internal room. Excuse me. Going on into the main part as well, you've got the attachment obviously on the side here. Now there's a door in both sides of it, so you could enter the vehicle without having to go through the awning every single time. Yeah, again, the joys of this actually, because it's side fitting, is that you know, you've got a to and from the vehicle with a nice sort of coverage as well. And again, you've got the adjustment on the side, so depending on what height you are, you can quite happily fit it. Because it's only available in a low size, I think it's mainly hit that price point. If you've got like a larger motorhome, it's not really something for you, hence why now they don't really manufacture it. My main kind of bugbear probably with this kind of style being so short in the body is that you've got a wide part on the vehicle to a very narrow point on the awning, and you've got no real room for storage, which, let me grab the camera, I'll show you actually. Here we go. So when we come into the awning itself, one thing you can see, like I say, is the front door. You've got a mesh panel on top to allow circulation of air. Crystal clear windows, so you can get great visibility out. But then you've also got little curtains down the bottom to get the privacy as well. When we're talking about the clips ground sheet you see there, you pull that back, that's kind of the overlap. So it's designed necessarily, like I said, to keep it feel like a sewn-in ground sheet, but then you've still got kind of toggle clips at the top in this particular model to put the inner bedrooms in place. When we come into the part here, so this is the attachment, so you can see it on there. You've got two kind of side doors positioned here and here, but then like I said, whether you were the Keeler or any of the other models in the range, this point here goes flat and doesn't arc in, so you will have an area for storage. If you check out those sort of videos, you can quite clearly see kind of the difference. And then you can see pack size there, it's quite small and petite. And I said, comes with a pump as well, which is ideal. You've still got Vango's sort of TBS system built in place, that little strap that goes around to there. Gives you almost like internal guy ropes and keeps it much more braced where you go to. And then you've got a dividing door and all the other on the other side in the actual model itself. But generally, it's quite a nice awning. I said it's something different. I think for the price, like I said, it's very good value. But it's one thing we're certainly going to try and have in some form or another at our indoor display showroom in Gloucester, so it's probably worth popping by to see what we've got on offer and kind of get necessarily feel the weight of the fabric and kind of the concept of it all. But if you've any more questions or queries, feel free to let us know or contact us on our website. Alternatively, check out, like I said, our pitching and packing video on the product to show you how simple and real it is to put up on its own. But strong model, available in Pold and Air under a different name, but generally I think it's going to be a bit of a winner for the 2019 season. So that is the Vango Cove Air.